Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There's some construction work going just around here, so you might be distracted a bit. Raila Odinga is clearly overtaking William Samoei Ruto in Kenyan politics. William Ruto dominated the political space for 4 good years. But Raila Odinga is catching up. And just last week, I opined and explained in details why Raila Odinga is outwitting the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. And anybody who has been keenly following Raila Odinga's brand of politics, Raila Odinga has devised new strategies. And these new strategies are what is really giving the Deputy President problems. In this video today, I want us to look at the new strategies which Raila Odinga is using and William Ruto and his brigades are unable to cope with. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. I didn't know you guys love me this much. I didn't know. I'm actually surprised by the messages of condolences, the phone calls. I know some of you guys have started sending me their contributions. I'm really shocked at the kind of love I enjoy on this particular show. Now let us get back to business. Ruto was controlling the political space in this country for close to 4 years. And I've always said on this platform that the only thing which was standing between William Ruto and the presidency was the remainder of President Uhuru Kenyatta's term. But things are changing very fast for William Samoei Ruto. William Ruto committed the mistake of early campaigns. These early campaigns affected the DP in so many ways. The first way is that the DP was able to expose all his cards early enough. So which means Raila Odinga is now coming into the political scene knowing so well the cards which the deputy president was going to play. Number two, it also created some false confidence in William Ruto's camp because they knew they were already up there. The truth of the matter is that as much as the DP was campaigning, he didn't have opponent, so he was campaigning alone. So he could not figure out whether the opponent was going to be Raila Odinga, whether Kalonzo, whether Musalia Mudavadi, or whether even Fred Matiang'i. Because each of those candidates, if each one of them were to face the DP, the strategies would have changed. But he decided that for me, I'm now controlling the media, the narrative, I'm always on the road, people are attending my rallies. So that overconfidence, that early campaign created. And lastly, the DP, because of the overconfidence after early campaigns, decided to overlook the opinion leaders. Those, in my view, are some of the mistakes which William Ruto committed. But Raila Odinga has emerged. He has emerged as an underdog and is on road to overtaking William Samoei Ruto. Raila Odinga came up with the following strategies. And these strategies are what is really giving the DP and his team problems. The first strategy was the Azimio la Umoja. For me, and I did say on this platform, that the end of the Building Bridges Initiative process was actually, in my view, the end of Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta. When Raila Odinga came up with Azimio la Umoja, which he launched in Nakuru, very few Kenyans took note of that initiative. Personally, I started following the Azimio la Umoja after the Nakuru event, because that Nakuru event, the way it was designed was such that it was to counter the One Kenya Alliance movement who were meeting somewhere in Naivasha. So I thought that the meeting in Nakuru was actually about taming the One Kenya Alliance. But after that event, and Raila Odinga stated on that particular day that marked his roadmap to 2022, I concluded that Azimio la Umoja was going to be something big. So far, if you compare Azimio la Umoja, because William Ruto also had a similar thing, what Ruto had was the bottoms-up approach, where he was meeting regional leaders, explaining to them his economic model for the country should he be elected. If you compare the two, what Azimio la Umoja has done to Raila Amolo Odinga is much bigger than what bottom-up meetings with regional leaders did to the DP. So Azimio la Umoja has provided Raila Amolo Odinga with a platform where he's able to listen to the communities. Raila Odinga has used Azimio la Umoja, for example, to pass his message to the country. So in my view, Azimio la Umoja has really worked in favor of Raila Amolo Odinga. And that Azimio la Umoja, if Raila Odinga were to win the presidency in 2022, then it will be credited to Azimio la Umoja. Because the way it has been designed is such a way that Raila Odinga is using it to go to point A, point B, point C, regionally. Like let's say, for example, the Azimio la Umoja for the Northern Kenya. That was a huge event. It was a huge successful event, bringing together different people from different parties. I'm sure even the DP was shocked. He's supposed to go to Turkana with Azimio la Umoja. Again, if you look at the way it's designed, look at what happened in Kajiado, the Azimio la Umoja. So if Raila Amolo Odinga were to be declared the president, then his Azimio la Umoja strategy would rank up there. So the Azimio la Umoja is the magic. So that's the first strategy which he used. Number two is direct engagement with the voters. Basically, Raila Odinga is doing, because Ruto exposed himself, almost similar to what the DP is doing. William Ruto is engaging the youth, for example. He invites them to Karen. Raila Odinga is not inviting them to a border or to his Capitol Hill office or Orange House. He's meeting the youth in their villages. Like when Ruto calls the traders from Nairobi to Karen, Raila Odinga is meeting with them somewhere there. Like the meeting he had with the youths from the Mount Kenya region, was it in Laikipia? Meeting them. So they are discussing their own issues. Very close to them, just there. Well, for the DP, these people are brought to him. So there's a chance that what normally happens in the DP's event is that people are being mobilized. Someone is told, I want to meet vijana, watafute. So you end up just bringing people without any known face. So if you look at the way, for example, Raila has dealt with the youths from Mount Kenya and the way the DP has dealt with them, there's totally difference. From Raila Odinga, you can now clearly tell that there's a group of youth which is emerging. You can put name to faces. You can say that Solomon Korea is actually emerging. The newly nominated senator was part of that group. You could clearly tell he was emerging. There's Pauline Njoroge emerging. There are several other youths. You can tell that these youths are actually emerging. What about the DP? If I ask you today, which youths or youth groups do you think the DP is nurturing from the larger Mount Kenya region? And can you put name to them unless you just go to their photos? So that's number two, direct engagement. Number three, the third strategy, which is working for Raila Odinga, is his move to counter William Samoei Ruto. And just like I said, the DP ventured into this early and he exposed himself. And Raila Odinga, being Raila Odinga, is now countering each and every move he made. William Ruto promised the youth that he's going to give them 200 million per month. 200 million to do business. Raila Odinga is coming that for me, I'm not going to do that. Each and every unemployed Kenyan youth, I will give them 6,000 per month. So you can argue whether it's going to be possible or whether it's not going to be possible. But he has made that counter offer to the youths. So the DP is now figuring out, how do we dismiss this? And I know Raila Odinga has not just responded, but he will come up with a clear response on that. For example, I was reading, someone was asking, Itumbi I think posted that it's not possible to give youth 6 million because that will amount to some trillions. But someone reminded Itumbi that the amount of money Kenyans are losing on corruption is enough to cater for those. When Raila Odinga promised Kenyans, for example, the free primary education, most people thought it was not going to be possible, but it became a reality. So Raila Odinga is now putting his words versus William Ruto's words. Which one can you believe? Ruto has made several promises he has never kept. Raila has made several promises, most of them has seen the light of the day. So basically what's happening is that Raila Odinga is now putting William Ruto to task by countering. What about the church? Raila Odinga started going to church. Ruto used to say, I'm a man of God, so he owned church. So Raila has also started going to church. So he's waiting for the DP to challenge him why he's going to church and not before. And then that's where the moral questions are going to emerge. So Ruto cannot now go out and say Raila Odinga is not going to church. Or Raila Odinga is going to church because I'm going to church. Of course, he has said that. But the fact is, Raila Odinga has decided that for me, nakuja. So Raila Odinga is basically countering, for if you are keen, he's countering William Ruto's strategies. When it's youth, he's countering that. When it's the Kikuyu nation, he's offering the alternative. DP is telling them, I'll do this. He's also telling them, I'll do this. So that counter strategy is working for him. And number 4, in my view, is the use of governors to mobilize crowd. I don't know, for example, whether the governors from the larger Mount Kenya region who are supporting Raila Amolo Odinga were instructed by President Uhuru Kenyatta. But if they were not instructed by President Uhuru Kenyatta, then that card Raila Odinga has pulled is a magic. The governors have done fantastic job. Lee Kinyanjui has helped Raila Odinga in mobilizing troops. Mureithi, the Laikipia governor, has done so well. I'm waiting to see what is going to happen. Again, remember the other day, the Meru governor, Kireti Murugi, organized a meeting for Raila Amolo Odinga with the tycoons, businessmen from that region. So the move by Raila Odinga to use the governors is actually working. Because for the DP, he decided that he's going to use the MPs. So Raila is now using the governors and it's working. And number 5, and this is something which you guys start monitoring. Raila Odinga, in my view, has started splitting his team. So moving forward, we are likely to start seeing Peter Kenneth leading a group there, campaign there. Hassan Joho, another group somewhere there. Wycliffe Oparanya with a group somewhere there. Maybe Charity Ngilu, Alfred Mutua, another group campaigning. Because the truth is, as much as Raila Odinga has been campaigning, I've seen several ODM members of parliament accompanying their counterparts from the larger Mount Kenya region, deep in the villages, in the larger Mount Kenya region. Just talking about Baba, but silently down there. So that's something which, in my view, the DP should be worried of. Because William Ruto's campaign is William Ruto's campaign. There's no any other face. If Ruto is not there today, his brigades are not there. If he's there tomorrow, you will see his brigades. And this is going to play a key role in 2022. Because this country is vast. And the problem, as much as it's big, the problem we have in this country is that we had COVID. Time is now very limited. I don't know what you think. But in my view, those are the latest strategies which Raila Odinga is using. And in my view, to great success. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts on that. And again, for those who are watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click subscribe button. You can reach me on my WhatsApp number 0777 741323. Those who are asking how they can help me send my dad to his final resting place in a bit fitting manner, please just reach me on that number, WhatsApp. I'll communicate, then I'll give you direction. Of course, the final details about the burial dates are going to be made by the family tomorrow. So I'll communicate on the burial date and all those other arrangements. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye.